Woo! Hey everyone, this is Daryl from Crypto Daily Trade Signals. Hey guys, it's Sunday here in Vietnam. It's Sunday evening, and for all of you in America and Canada, it's Sunday morning. So happy Sunday, guys. Hopefully you guys are having a great day or have a great day planned. And everybody in Europe, it's probably Sunday afternoon, and hopefully you're having a great Sunday. And everybody in the Middle East and Africa and wherever you are, happy Sunday, guys. God bless all of you, and thank you for being here. Thank you for watching this stream. And before we start, guys, without you, this channel would not be available, would not be here without my community. I just want to say much love to all of you out there in YouTube land. Thank you for showing up every day, watching my videos. I'm putting up with the OG, the Ric Flair of crypto, the crypto love in the house, guys. I really appreciate it. And do the OG a favor. If you're going to show some love, show some real love to OG, please go down there, right there, and smash the likes. Guys, smash the likes, smash the likes. Do it for the OG, guys. I really appreciate it. And we got a huge video for you today. Remember, none of this video is financial advice. It's only the OG expressing his opinion, and this video is for education and entertainment purposes. Got to get that out of the way. Got to get a housekeeping out of the way, guys. You know how it is. So it's been a pretty interesting day here in Vietnam. It's been kind of rainy and cloudy and overcast. We're still kind of like in semi-lockdown, so you know it's not as bad as it was before. But we can't go wandering around the streets. It's only go from point A to B to get food and medicine. So I think we're getting pretty close to like 80 days, and I'm really looking forward to when we can be out and about, and I can start shooting these videos in different locations, and with beautiful scenery and beautiful people, and make things a little bit more interesting, And my story is just like any other story. I started off in crypto, about 6 to 8 years ago, and I really started because I was sitting in the office, and I was just like, saw people mining from their PCs, so I tried that and got like a fraction of a cent of a Bitcoin, and then I invested in Antminer S9 or something like that, and I hooked one up, and it's like, wow, this is really interesting. And then I said, well, what am I going to do with all the Bitcoin that I mined? I mean, it wasn't a lot, and so then I started trading it on exchanges, and then I realized that this is not too complicated, and these miners were paying themselves off in like 3 months, and that's way back in the day. So then I added another miner and another miner and another miner and another miner, and it just kind of snowballed because at this time they were paying for themselves after 3 to 4 months, depending on Bitcoin price. So that's how I kind of got into everything. And over the time, I learned, I read, went on the internet, and I did a lot of newbie mistakes. When I started, I FOMO'd at the top, and things were going to the moon like a firecracker, and I go, I'll get in there, and hopefully it'll continue going. And most of the time it didn't. So that's why I always say, everyone, don't FOMO into the tops, because a lot of people do that. And then we saw that happen with the Dogecoin when we had the SNL. A lot of people just kind of like FOMO'd in, and they thought that they could chase this parabolic rise in Dogecoin, and they hung on too long, and they didn't get out, and they end up stuck holding a bag of coins that are underwater. So I did all that. Also, I did stuff like I bought a coin not because of the fundamentals or not because I did any research about the tokenomics or who was behind it. I bought it because it was cheap. And those are some fundamental mistakes that a lot of newbies make, and I made those. And I have lost money. I have lost a lot of money when I first started out doing this, but luckily I was mining, so most of the Bitcoin that I was using to invest in crypto, it wasn't like out of pocket, because a lot of it was Bitcoin that I had mined, and I remember the machines paid for themselves, so it wasn't like I was out of pocket. Sure, I was initially out of pocket for the outlay of the machines, but overall, over time, it was kind of, Bitcoin mining was really good because, you're getting Bitcoin relatively cheap. The two biggest fees for Bitcoin was, one, the machine, and two, the electricity. So that was it. And the only ongoing cost was electricity. So, but I got out of that, at the last halving, because it just wasn't making much sense, and I didn't need to mine anymore. I'd mined enough Bitcoin that I didn't have to worry about anything. And that's how I really got started. So, all of you that are new here, I try to give you some advice based on what I learned, so you don't have to spend, 1 or 2 years of not making a lot of money, and sometimes, having a year where you lost money in crypto. So I just want to avoid you guys making the same mistakes I had, because I learned by fire, you know, basically by making those mistakes. And you know, there were some years I would be in crypto and I would lose money. Just absolutely, even though I was mining, it's like, you know, I would lose money. So, and you know, basically, long story short, you know, this whole story was the secret. The secret here is very simple. Diamond hands, dollar cost average, and hodl. Because, you know, I did have my, my dream of, oh, I'm going to day trade, I'm going to make a lot of money, and I'm going to, you know, swing trade on the hourly, on the 15-minute chart. I'm going to, you know, the small fraction of a change, I'm going to make some money. You know, at the end of the day, I didn't make much money doing that, and I spent my whole life in front of a PC. And at the end of the day, I walked away, and I ended up basically either breaking even or, you know, up like 1%. But all the work I had to put into it. And then I came across some friends that said, they said, Daryl, what are you doing? What are you doing that for? Just buy and hold, buy and hold. So then I started doing that, and then I started realizing that, the 1% I was making on day trading on a monthly basis, if I just bought a month ago and held it, I could be up like 5, 10, 15, 20%. So that's what I do. I'm the ultimate hollow, diamond hands, and I believe in dollar cost average. So I don't do any of that crazy leverage trading stuff. Don't do leverage trading. You'll absolutely get wrecked, guys. So that's just my little story. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. So that's how I kind of evolved from there. And, and once I made all this crypto, well, if you want to be successful in crypto, you need to have some kind of revenue stream other than crypto, right? You do need fiat currency, right? So then I took some of my Bitcoin, bought property, bought real estate, bought hotels, and it just kind of like snowballed from there. And here I am. But I'm just a simple guy. I'm just a simple person. I wasn't born with a silver spoon. I was just like a normal average Joe guy, average Joe. So that's it. That's my story. So today we got lots to talk about. We're going to talk about, I think that, the Dogecoin can get itself up to 26 cents. And we're going to take a look at that, how I think it's going to do that. And, we had this 21-day EMA for Doge that's very critical. We need to get past there. We're getting gingerly close to that. Also, we're going to talk about the IMF. The IMF, they're kind of changing their tune. The IMF is basically saying that, digital currency is here. It's here to stay. And that we need globally to create some kind of regulatory framework for CBDC. So it's bullish from one perspective that the IMF is now accepting it, and then from the other perspective they want to regulate some part. So I have no problem with regulation of stablecoin. So we're also going to take a look at Bitcoin cycle, Bitcoin and crypto performance against traditional markets like S&P, tech sector. And you're going to see some very interesting news, and you're going to see how Bitcoin and crypto is actually outperforming some of the sectors like tech sector, S&P, and gold. So we're going to jump into that. That's kind of interesting. Also, something that kind of surprised me and my wife is that Laos, which is kind of a neighbor of Vietnam, they're looking at developing their digital currency. So that's kind of cool. We're going to talk about that. And we're also going to talk about, Luna. Looks like Luna is on fire. It's hit an all-time high today. So we're going to talk about that. And then also we're going to talk about some price predictions for Solana, Avalanche in the house. I'm going to tell you exactly where they're going to be in the next couple of years, by the end of this year, next year, and up until 2025. So that's kind of interesting. So we're going to look at that, guys. So with that being said, guys and gals, so stay tuned. All the good stuff's coming. You got to watch the video to the end. Don't forget to do that. You got to watch the video to the end, because a lot of the good stuff comes at the end of the video, not in the beginning of the video. And don't forget to go back and watch some of my other content, guys. We had like life-changing news yesterday at 10 hours ago, and it's looking pretty good. So jump into that, guys. And don't forget to show some love for the OG, the Ric Flair of crypto, the crypto love in the house, guys. And don't forget to go and smash the like. You'll see the button right down there. It looks kind of like that. And you got to smash the likes, guys. And don't forget to also subscribe. And it's so important that if you like this content, not only smash the likes, not only subscribe, but please make a comment. Tell me how I'm doing. Remember, I'm working. OG is working for you, and I just want to make sure that you like the content. And I don't know what you like and what you dislike unless you actually tell me in the comments. So make a comment. Whatever, say whatever you want, just keep it respectful. That's very important. Keep it respectful, and watch out for nasty scammers in the content. Sometimes they pretend to be me that ask you to contact them. Never do that. I don't do that. And don't forget to check out my merch. Remember, we got the Mug the Mug, and Mug the Mug is full of happiness, full of love. I'm gonna get some coffee. And I can tell you that the coffee really tastes good in the mug to mug. So don't forget to check out the merch and check out all my links below, and all that kind of stuff. So let's jump into the first news article. So we can see that, where meme coins are heading, Q4 Doge and SHIB price are targeting the stuff. So we're only going to talk about Doge. We're not going to talk about the Shiba coin. So all of you Shiba holders out there, remember, I have this clear cut policy is I do not invest in anything that's younger than 2 years. With some exceptions, like Avalanche is a bit of an exception because the tokenomics are good and the fundamentals are good and the people behind the project are quite solid. But in general, I don't invest in anything that's younger than 2 years, and that way it's just kind of a security blanket. And that's my advice to a lot of newbies out there, because a lot of newbies, they will often buy coins because they're cheap, and you'll see that a lot of coins that are cheap are usually quite new. And this can be a real risk because they could be rug pulls, they could be pump and dumps and stuff like that. So you just want to avoid that kind of stuff. So, where do I see a Dogecoin going? Well, I see Dogecoin going back up to 20 cents, but it's really critical that Dogecoin gets above its 21-day EMA. So you can see right here, right now, that Doge right now, you can see that Doge on the daily time frame is just below the 21-day EMA, and that's right here in the yellow, everyone. So we really need Doge to giddy up and get past that. And if we can do that, then we're going to see Doge go up to 26 cents. That is not going to be a problem. So right now, Doge is kind of like hanging around, lingering around the 21.82 level. So it's almost at 22 cents. And if we take a look at the Doji Woji on the 2-hour chart, you can see that on the 2-hour chart, we are above the 21-day EMA. So from that perspective, it's looking good. But we really need to see Doge get above the 21-day EMA to have any chance of going to the upside. So, I really think that Doge will be heading up to 26 cents quite soon. And we're not too far off. If you look at a 21-day EMA, we're not too far. So don't give up on the Doge. Guys, have diamond hands. Doge is definitely going to be going higher and higher. And we just keep an eye on that 21-day EMA. So some other news that's in the house right now is IMF. I talked to you about in the intro about the IMF. IMF is recommends CBDC and global cryptocurrency standards for financial stability. So what they're really doing is they want to push out globally. They want to have stability, and the only way they're going to do that is create some kind of legal framework about that. And it's not only for emerging markets, but also for developing economies as well. So they want to kind of, create some kind of centralized regulatory bodies, because don't forget, International Monetary Fund is also involved in cross-border transactions and stuff like that. So that's really interesting. So finally, the IMF is actually acknowledging CBDCs, is acknowledging global crypto standards, and this is good news. And it's the more that we have the IMF, the international banking bodies start to recognize crypto, as crypto is here to stay. It's not going to disappear. It's not some some nerdy guy sitting in the basement programming a computer. It's actually real, and a lot of people are using it. And also politically, if you think about it, Jerome Powell said that the U.S. is not going to ban crypto, and that's a smart move. Not only, and it's also a politically smart move, because if you look at the number of Americans, 65% of all Americans know about crypto and may or may not have some investment in crypto in one shape, form, or another. And then once we have the ETFs coming out, we're going to see that more and more people will have exposure to crypto vis-a-vis Bitcoin and Ethereum on the ETF. Because, once we get that ETF out, two things are going to happen. One, it's going to allow more liquidity to come in the market, that's for sure. But it's also going to allow people who don't want to, have the hassle of setting up a, digital wallet and all of this, because ETFs can be sold and traded vis-a-vis traditional brokerages. And, there's still a lot of people out there that are not into crypto, but are into stocks. And they buy and sell stocks via traditional brokerages, right? So this is also going to have a lot of appeal to them, and it's going to be easier for them to be exposed to Bitcoin, but without having to go through all the back-end functionality, like, software wallets or hardware wallets, exchanges, and all that kind of stuff. Because, some people, particularly, like people my father's age, just like, what? So, and traditionally they buy and sell stocks through traditional brokerages like E-Trade and all that kind of stuff. So it just makes life a lot easier for them. So some other news that's coming out, some interesting stuff. I thought you guys would like to hear this, is that risk adjustment returns of non-stable coin crypto assets are compared to other mainstream institutions. So I thought this is really kind of cool beans, guys, because if we look at the risk adjusted returns, we can see, if we look at, and the green is the past 1 year, and the blue is the 3 years. So we can see that US tech in the last 1 year is doing really well. But let me just see if I can move my face out there so you can see this better. Yeah, so you guys can see that better. So you can see that in the past year, U.S. tech has reached here, but if we look at where Bitcoin is in the past year is outperforming tech. You know, that's tech is like Apple and Google and all those guys, right? So U.S. leveraged loans, you can see U.S. leveraged loans, U.S. leveraged loans here. Google's a little Bitcoin, not Google, but Google on a brain. So Bitcoin's a little bit behind. If you look at S&P, Bitcoin is outperforming real estate and everything. So everything's looking pretty good. And if we look at the top 10 crypto assets, they're outperforming everybody. In the past year. And if you look at the past 3 years, we can still see that Bitcoin is still doing pretty good. It's not outperforming the S&P in the past 3 years, but it's definitely outperforming. And you're seeing that most cryptos, top 10 crypto assets and Bitcoin are outperforming more sectors. So the top 10 cryptos are outperforming everybody, hands down, and that includes the tech sector. So that's pretty surprising to me, because you guys all know the tech sector is pretty good. You know, we got Apple in there. We got all those big companies that we all know about. We love to hate, like we love Apple, but sometimes, our story is that every time you buy a new iPhone, what really irritates me is that within 12 months, they got a new iPhone out. And, and that kind of like, I wish they would stop doing that, quite frankly, and they would extend the length of their cycle, but I guess they have to be competitive, but I don't replace my iPhone every year, because, if you replace it every year, the difference between what's going on within a 1 year period, it's not like quantum leap. It's not a quantum leap in my mind. So I tend to every 2 years. Plus, you get comfortable when you've got all your crypto and stuff on your phone. Whenever you upgrade to a new phone, I'm always afraid that something's going to happen. I'm going to, my wallets are all going to and disappear in my crypto. So that's another reason I'm reluctant to upgrade my phones. Yeah, that's just true. So other news, I talked about that Laos is considering its own digital currency, and now it's started to initiate a study. It's working with some Japanese fintech startups to study that, and it looks like they could be having their first prototype out in not too distant future, guys. So this is really good, and they've signed an MOU with a Japanese international company, as I mentioned, and they're going to want to make the digital kip. And this would be interesting, because I think that Laos could be the first country in the Indochina region, which is like Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia, that whole area there, could be the first one to have its CBDC. So that's interesting, because if you guys watch some of my other videos, you realize that Vietnam is actually one of the leading countries in terms of use of cryptocurrency for cross transfer and payments. So I think Vietnam was number one, and that surprised me. But it looks like Laos is definitely considering its own digital currency. So maybe that would Vietnam might be considering something like that as well. But the problem is, if you have a digital currency, then the ability for it to exchange with other currencies is high. So where in Vietnam, the Vietnam dong, you cannot transfer it overseas, because it's not part of the IMF. So you kind of landlocked with that. So if you take Vietnam dong out of the country and go to like a bank in America and you say, I want to exchange a dollar, you can't, because it's not part of the IMF. So that's some of the restrictive parts of the Vietnam dong currency here. And let's take some other news that's happening. We see Bitcoin consolidates. I made $48,000. And we're seeing that Bitcoin is, ranging right now are between 47,600. And we're going to jump into the Bitcoin charts in a second. But you'll see that that's the area right now where the majority of the transactions are going. And that's also just around the golden pocket area. And we really need to move above that zone and stay above the 48,000 to start our measure move up to 50. And we're seeing that Luna has soared 20%, and it hit an all-time high today. So that's really amazing news, and that's really good news. So if you're holding Luna, congratulations. I've been holding Luna too, and I did tell everybody in the video that you should be looking at Luna. It's probably too late now. Don't get into Luna now, because if you're getting into Luna now, you're going to be chasing the tops, guys. So don't chase the tops. Also, Solana is making a move too. I don't think it's too late to get into Solana, and we're going to talk about some of the price targets right now. So let's take a look at this. So here's Solana. Let me get my face out of the way. So this is some kind of predictions And this was a prediction that I drew out today from a website, and I'll share that in the description. So at 12 a.m. today, we're looking at, according to latest long-term forecast for Solana, price will hit $500 by the end of 2021. This is not financial advice. We could be seeing that Solana hits $1,000 by 2022. Wow, wow, woo, woo. And we could see a rise to $2,000 by 2023, and $5,000 and maybe even $10,000 in 2024. So that's amazing if that would happen. So we're looking at, basically at mid-year, Solana was at $36. I bought mine at $18, but just FYI. So if that happens, we're looking at, 290% gains this year alone. So this is amazing news for, if you're a Solana holder, this is not financial advice. Do what you will with this information. Buy more, hold, do whatever you want. But this is just giving you peace of mind, giving you a piece of information. Some other stuff that's coming out as well as Avalanche. Avalanche right now, Avalanche is trading about $70 right now, right? And we're looking at, according to the long-term forecast, we're seeing the Avalanche price will hit $250 by the end of the year. So it looks like Solana is a little bit more bullish than Solana. Solana is more bullish than Avalanche. Tongue-tied. Time for some coffee. Guys, don't forget to go to my merch. Check out the Muggy Mug. And then it looks like, by the end of 2021, I said 250, and then by the middle of 2022, we could see $500, guys, coming in. And Avalanche could hit $1,000 within the year of 2023, and so forth and so on. So that's pretty good. And let's talk about Axe Infinity right now. As you guys know, Axe Infinity is kind of ERC20 built on the Ethereum blockchain. It's kind of like a gaming thing, and it looks like Axe Infinity, they're also going to start some DeFi and staking and stuff like that, and set up an exchange. So it's kind of a ERC20, pay to play kind of thing. So you play the game and you win stuff along the way. I haven't looked at it. I'm going to take a look at it. Maybe I think one of my moderators, Dragon, I think he's into Axe, and he might be able to help us out and give me some info on how to get into that platform. I'm going to take a look at it. Anyway, I'll do a review and let you guys know what I think about it. So according to the latest long-term forecast, now Axe is trading about $108 right now. And according to the latest long-term forecast, Axe could be at $250 by the end of 2021, then $500, then $1,000, $2,000. These numbers keep coming up quite repetitively. So this is just some information, but it looks like overall Solana is the one to be watching, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. We could maybe see $500 by the end of the year, guys. This is pretty good. I'm excited about that because I'm a Solana holder. So if you're a Solana holder, congratulations. So blockchain game plans to launch decentralized exchange, as I said. So this is pretty interesting, and their price has been going uppity up. And as I told you, we had DeFi, we had NFT, and the next big play is going to be gaming. Gaming, tokenized gaming, where you play games and you win tokens, and then you can use those tokens to buy, upgrades, new costumes, new this and that, and that's going to be a very interesting space, and I think that space is absolutely going to be exploding. So I'm going to be getting more and more into that space and exploring more of that space, and maybe we may even start making some videos on gaming tokens. So if you would like to see some videos on gaming tokens and the whole gaming space, let me know in the comments, and then I can oblige with you on that. So let's take a look at the fear and greed index in the house. It's at 49, so we're still pretty neutral. So remember, always do the opposite of the market. Never swim against the whales. So the whales are still accumulating right now, still accumulating Bitcoin and Ethereum, and we're still seeing that the amount of Bitcoin and Ethereum and other altcoins. There's particular ones that are deflationary. You can see that there's a big supply shock. So it's still not too late to jump in and get into those kind of things. The dollar cost average, guys, absolutely not too late, in my opinion, because as we see, Plan B says 63K coming in for Bitcoin. And for Dogecoin, we just need to get above that 21-day EMA, as I talked to you about. So let's take a look at total market cap in the house. That's Doge, just as a refresher. So Doge needs to get above this 21-day EMA on the daily. And let's take a look at the market cap in the house right now. So we can see the market cap is at 2.144, and it's pretty much the same where it was early this morning here in Vietnam. And but I think that we could see 2.5 coming in by the end of this week. So this week is going to be pretty bullish, and I'm feeling pretty bullish because it's in October, guys. October. Don't forget to smash the like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Please leave a comment. I appreciate that. I want to hear what your thoughts and what you think about this content. So right now, Bitcoin is trading at 47,893. This is on the weekly chart, the Bitstamp weekly chart. Remember, different exchanges have different percentage slippage, so that's why the price is sometimes different compared to when we look at CoinGecko and all of that. They're kind of aggregate, so that's why the price is different. And we're well above the 21-day EMA, so this is very, very bullish. And if you look at the long term, if you look on the weekly, we see this huge W pattern here formed. We broke out, and the neckline is right about here, guys. So it's looking pretty good, If you look at Bitcoin on the weekly chart, no, sorry, on the 4-hour chart, excuse me, I'm blind as a bat. You can see right now that the majority of Bitcoin transactions are happening around this 47,700 spot. And you can see that we need to get past this 48,000 level, which is the golden pocket. So we've kind of tested this resistance level like once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. We keep getting rejected, but the majority of the Bitcoin transactions are happening between the 47,700 range right now. So we really need to push back and get into the golden pocket. Once we get past this area, to hit 50,000 is a really no-brainer. And we can see that at the Fibonacci level 0.5, we can see that we're on target, and that's going to take us up to 50,000. I believe we can see 50,000 coming in. So we just need to break past this 47,700 area, and that's kind of a resistance right now. And as I said, most of the transactions are happening there. We really need to get past that. Let's take a look at Cardano in the house. Sorry, this is Ethereum in the house. So Ethereum right now is trading, let me just adjust the chart for you. So Ethereum is trading at 3,394, so almost at 3,400. And I said that we need to break above this line here. And it looks like we're just following this line up. And if we continue following, it's going to definitely take us up to 3,686. If we can break above this line, then we're going to move very fast and hit this target. So right now we're seeing that, as I said, Ethereum is trading at 3,394, and we have this ascending wedge here. So as long as we stay, in line with this, this is kind of, I would say it's an upward channel line, right? More like an upward channel line. If we can continue following this, then everything's going to be golden, and we're going to be going to upside. If we start to break down below this line here, then that's going to take us way down into this area, because we have some support around this area, around the $3,000 range. We don't want to see that. I don't think Ethereum is going to break down. You can see that we're still seeing some green candles, even though the volume's a little bit light. I think we're just going to continue following this pattern all the way to the top. And then hopefully when we get to 3,686, we continue going up and break to the upside, guys. So do not worry about Ethereum. Ethereum is doing good things right now. Now, ADA is breaking down. We had this descending triangle. We broke out, and then we have another resistance line going up here, and we have not been able to blow past that and get past that, and we're kind of going sideways. If we continue going sideways, we will go back down, and then we have some major support around about $2.15, and right now Cardano is at $2.25. So do not worry about it right now. Just keep your eye on that. If we can't get past this, then when we get rejected, we could see ourselves going down at 215, and just kind of trading in between this range here, guys. So that's where I see Cardano going. And if you look at Solana in the house, Solana today, it's just been kind of going sideways at $170. We've been range bound between 160 and 170. So that's okay. As long as we're not collapsing and going down, it's okay. So we're still got our overhead to resist $180. And I think we're going to get there very soon, guys. So I wouldn't panic too much. And let's take a look at Avalanche today. Avalanche in the house is also at $70. And it's also kind of just been going sideways as well. And we have this... it's kind of like a descending support line. As long as we keep above that and break out above that, we did break out above it, so it's looking pretty good. If we collapse down, then we go back into here, we could be going down to this levels here and see 50, 55, 58 coming in. So with that being said, guys, let's take a look at the markets. And right now we can see that the total market cap is at 2.17. I think we're going to see 2.5 coming in by the end of the week. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment. Don't forget to smash the likes and subscribe if you haven't. And total volume is at 73.85 billion, and my Bitcoin dominance is at 41.47. Bitcoin dominance is too high. We need a Bitcoin dominance to come down before we start to see the altcoins absolutely take off, guys. And let's take a look at the coins in the house, and then we're going to jump into the crypto daily trade signals portfolio in the house. Remember, none of this is financial advice. It's just me offering my education education. Remember, this is only for education, and I'm offering an education if you're watching the channel. Keep watching to the end. We still got some more good stuff to come, guys. So right now we're seeing that Bitcoin is at 47,847. That's just slightly up 0.5%. And Ethereum is at 3,395. It's still continuing to push, and hopefully we can get Ethereum over $3,500. And then that will take us easily up to the promised land of 4,000, which should be coming in soon. And we're up 3.47%. ADA is up almost 2%, and that's at $2.26. But ADA needs to giddy up because you can see over the last 7 days it's almost turning red. And BNB in the house is up just 0.5%, but it's up 25% for the whole week. So that's pretty good. Not too bad, not too shabby for BNB. And we're at $425 in the house. Ka-ching! And Solana is still doing pretty good, guys. Solana is at $170, and we're up almost 8%. So it's looking pretty good, and we're getting pretty close to 27. We're just above 27% for the week. So not too bad. Ding, 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 ding. And also DOT is at 31.81. And that's down 1%, and totally for the week we're at 7%. So let's take a look at Doge. So Doge in the house right now, as you guys can see here, my Doge is at 21.8, and that's up almost 1%, and we're up 7.33% for the week. So Doge is coming back. You know, all the Debbie Downers on the Doge, we can see that we're printing some positives, pretty good. But Luna today has printed an all-time high of $45.94. That happened today. And right now, Luna is at 43.54, and it's up 15.26%. So that's pretty good. So if you're holding Luna, congratulations, guys. You're going to love it. Let's take a look at the OG portfolio in the house. So right now we can see that the OG portfolio house, remember this portfolio is for education and entertainment purposes. If you decide to copy any part of this portfolio, you do so totally at your own risk. I'm not a licensed financial advisor or manager, so do so at your own risk. But this portfolio we started on the 2nd of July in a live stream, and you can go back and watch that live stream if you want. And we are now up almost 52%, so that's not too bad, guys. Even though we've had our ups and downs and our dips, we're still our trajectory is still doing pretty good. We're going in the right direction. So right now we're in profit at $2,622. So that's okay. I'm happy about that. What do you think about that? Make a comment, please. I'd love to hear your comments on that. Don't forget to smash the likes and subscribe. And right now our total balance is at $7,621 in the house. And please, guys, go to my Twitter and follow me on my Twitter. We got 2,442 followers. Let's see if we can get that up to 3,000, guys. Help the OG out. And if you're not getting notifications, you will get notifications. I'm always posting daily interesting tips, tricks, news articles, and everything related to Dogecoin and crypto in general. You're going to love it, guys. It's a good place for news and information, so you don't have to go on the internet and hunt around for different sources. You're going to find all the top stories here. And also all the stories that I cover in all my videos, I will post them also on Twitter. So if you want to actually go through and read the stories, you can do it right here, guys. So that's a really good source of information. And one final thing, just want to say, please go down there, get the like button and like this video. Let's get this video up to 1,000 likes. I really appreciate that. And show some love to the OG, to the Ric Flair in the house, guys. Crypto love. And God bless each and every one of you. Do not forget to please subscribe, guys. And if you do have the time, do take this video, take the link and paste it in your Twitter. I'm working for you. I'm doing this for you. I'm loving my community. I'm loving being part of this. This channel would not be around without your support. I just love the support. Beautiful support. Beautiful people in the house. And with that being said, do not forget that every single video I've got descriptions, and in those descriptions I have links. And you can become a Patreon member. Click on the link. You buy the channel a coffee and become a channel member, guys. Become a channel manager. Get some perks. We got our super channel members, and we have access to a private WhatsApp group, and we're turning out 200 to 300 messages a day. I'm on there. All the moderators are on there, and we got a big group of people there, and we're asking each other about news and what's going on with crypto, and we're giving each other advice, right? Just friendly advice. And guys, go and become channel members. Remember, all the memberships, all the Patreons, all the coffees that you buy, it all goes to charity, guys. And hopefully we should have that charity video out that we did earlier in the week. We should have that out. Hopefully, my wife said maybe Monday she'll have it out. She's working on. So it's going to be a real tearjerker. You're going to love it. And you can see exactly where all the proceeds go. You're going to love it. And don't forget to go to my merch, guys. All the proceeds from the merch also goes to charity. Helps feed the kids and the homeless here in Vietnam. You're going to love it. And we got hats, we got hoodies, we got polo shirts. We also got the infamous Mugdy mug. You can see the Mugdy mug in real life. Coffee tastes better. It's a great mug, guys. And I tell you, it's full of happiness, full of joy. And I just want to bring some happiness and joy to everybody out there. And so get the Mugdy mug, and do not forget to go to Zen Music, guys. Go to Zen Music. I believe my wife just uploaded a new video, and it's really cool, guys. Go there and subscribe, BYB. Go click that button right there, subscribe. You're gonna love it. So I just want to say thank you for watching. Have a beautiful Sunday. God bless each and every one of you on this Sunday, wherever you are. Spread the love. Hug your wife. Hug your kids. Be neighborly. Spread the love. Spread the good vibe, guys. It's time to motivate each other. Be positive. Remember, live life like it's your last second on earth. Now, live life to the fullest, guys. Don't waste any time being angry. Don't waste any time being a Debbie Downer. And remember, think before you react. And guys, try to be happy, guys, and spread the happiness. We all need some positive vibe out there. And, you know, we should be positive because crypto is looking pretty good right now. Crypto is going up, and we could be, in all-time high price discovery mode for a lot of coins. Luna's already in price discovery mode right now. So we can see Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything could be on fire. And once the Doge hits the 21-day EMA on the daily, we're going to be at 26 cents. And I definitely believe $1 is coming in by the end of the year. So guys and gals, God bless all of you. Thank you for being here. I love it. You love it. Let's get it, guys. Woo!